feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. 25. Check 25. Check 25. 14. Mike, check. 59. 59. What? 64. Wait. I know what you got. Spot that. What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Go. 4 down. Check.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check. Lucky.
On second down, here's Penny. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 25-yard line.
First down, Seahawks.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there. They just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Freeman, who missed most of last season. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marshawn Lynch, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. We'll see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They'll run with Lynch, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
28. Falcons, nothing.
Ready. We're going 25 to mark. We go. Watch that.
From the 16, Jackson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
49, check for. All go special. One flip. Banjo.
Now a 1st carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 45 to Mike. I know it. Zebra. Check 26. 19. 45 to Mike. It's coming this way. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's what I talked about. Nice hit, boy.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Hey, 0-0-0. Tempo.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hold up. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Rashad Penny. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Mike, check. 59. Hey, watch this. Go. 59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check. 59. I'm coming after you.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Gun. Motion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Falcons 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson looking downfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Joker, 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 joker.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Jones has it. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go, baby. Check three.
Jackson to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On the run, it's Penny. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Come on, D.
36 power.
Ball trot. Mike 5'9".
Front left, front left.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Mike, check. 59.
14.
Check tight. Check 31. Check 31. No. Off. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch twist.
On 1st down, Wilson. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Good job right there.
45 is the mic.
Good guys, 4 down.
Watch the slant. 45. Mike, 45. You.
Good tight.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Seahawks 42, Falcons 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Hey, 25 the mic. 25 the mic. Here we go. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Let it go.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Guys, listen. Look left.
Motion. Hey, check motion man.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 7 yards there and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set. Get the flag. 25 to Mike. Cut. We want.
To throw again. Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Open man, it's Stocker.
It's a game of 16 yards.
Let's go.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And Jackson throwing once more. Complete to Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the foot. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Luke Stocker, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons claw one back. Extra point forthcoming. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, Falcons 10. To kick off for Atlanta.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Say. Kill. Turn it up.
And they'll run it again with Penny. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And taken right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw again on second down, Jackson.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Falcons on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. Squeeze. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Jackson now. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing is Jackson. Stocker's got it. Complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Mike, 45. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Bang out, bang, bang.
Bang, bang. Kill. Get him all. Rest.
Front left.
45.
Hey, alert.
You got nothing. 6. You got nothing. Out.
Right.
Wilson wants to throw it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously, something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
So how many more years are we going to define this position as running back? I really feel like we're evolving into something else because they have to be such a hybrid, don't they? Guys who can run it, but they love to have those guys with hands like a wide receiver.
36 power.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just
There.
it's just me and you. It's just me and you. 45's the Mike. Watch the
Hey, 0.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's complete to Lockett. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Hey, check. 45,
14.
Watch the out. Check. Switch.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Space to run past the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
14.
You ain't doing nothing.
Go.
Check 45 to Mike. Hassan. 45 to Mike.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Zebra.
45, Mike, 45. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
Check 50.
Begin. He's crashing. He's checking Crab. Hatchet. Hatchet.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check what's for. Check 13. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25.
To throw is Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.